Just up early, man. Dropped the kid off at school, man, and we about to get into a little bit of read, man. I think we need a little bit of Bible study this morning on this Good Friday. I ain't cut my hair, man. The boy looking kind of rough. But anyways, always trying to get that word in, man. I be reading in the morning, man, and sometimes when I hear something, I like to read it to the people. Now I had a message that I did yesterday about our Father's house. And it was a quote from the Bible that I just couldn't, man, it just wouldn't come to me. But it is right here. And I want to read out the whole little chapter, little half chapter. I want to read this whole little thing out instead of just giving you this one little piece. So we'll add full context. Now we read from the book of Proverbs. It's wisdom books in the Bible. So if you just need wisdom, Ecclesiastes, Psalms, and Proverbs. So let me read. What's going on, my good people? Where you coming in from? So this is Proverbs 25, and we're reading verses 16 through 28. And the title of this chapter is A Person Without Self-Control. When you're given a box of candy, don't gulp it all down. Eat too much chocolate and you'll make yourself sick. And when you find a friend, don't outwear your welcome. Show up at all times of all show up at all hours and he'll soon get fed up. Anyone who tells lies against the neighbors in court or in the street is a loose cannon. Trusting a double crosser when you are in trouble is like biting down on an abscessed tooth. Singing light songs to the heavy-hearted is like pouring salt in their wounds. If you see your enemy hungry, go buy him lunch. If he's thirsty, buy him a drink. Your generosity will surprise him with goodness, and God will look after you. A north wind brings stormy weather, and a gossipy tongue, stormy looks. Better to live alone in a tumble-down shack and share a mansion with a nagging spouse. Like a cool drink of water when you're worn out and weary is a letter from a long-lost friend. A good person who gives... Okay, let me read that again. Let me start that again. A good person gives into a bad person is a muddled spring, a polluted well. It's not smart to stuff yourself with sweets, nor glory out on glory, good for you. This is the one that I was bringing up yesterday in our Father's house, the message I did yesterday. And this is the last little old verse in this particular chapter, but it says, a person without self-control is like a house with its doors and windows knocked out. That's really important, dog. Having self-control, having control over self. Like when things break down and you are having the worst day ever, man, just having that self-control not to fire off on people, to bring that undue energy to your children, to your house. Just, getting self-control. But these people that be clapping back and doing all this, these people don't have no self-control. And it says a person without self-control is like a house without doors and the doors and windows knocked out. Could you imagine having a house with no doors and windows? Where anybody could just walk in? Anybody can control your emotions? Somebody can say something to you on the internet, you all off your game. What's going on? How you doing? How you doing this morning? I'm just reading. I read through Proverbs, man. Some people can go back and watch through the video, but I'm going to key in on some points because I don't think people reading the Bible like they need to. They just kind of be dependent on people to feed the word, man. People got to read this stuff, man. And it says trusting a double crosser when you're in trouble is like biting down on an abscess tooth. Have y'all ever had that little abscess? I remember when I worked in Afghanistan, and every time I bit down, my tooth in the back would wiggle. Could you imagine trusting somebody Trusting a double crosser when you're in trouble, it's like biting down on an abscessed tooth. That means it's gonna be extreme pain. Like, it's a lot of things in these proverbs, man, that could impart wisdom into someone so easily, impart great wisdom. And so I really want to get out of this, man. I didn't want this to be long, but I really did this because this particular verse, this particular verse, a person without self-control is like a house without its doors and windows knocked out. When I read that, I said, okay, what does self-control look like? And that's what I start looking into to get myself under control. Because if I'm not under control, then my house is not under control. And if my house is not controlled, it's complete chaos. So this is why I bring this up. I'm out of here. This is an easy little video. I just want to read these particular verses just to get to the one that I really wanted to get to. Hope you guys have a great day. Praying for y'all, man. I hope you get everything you want. I hope all the good things happen to you. Peace out.